Hey everybody, welcome to I Spy with my shamanic eye, Gabrielle here. Interesting. I just started hearing living in the place where you were. Now that that was the themes. I can't remember the name of the show. I think it was based in Seattle. That's interesting. That could be a sign for some of you. I don't. The work from home isn't necessarily what I'm getting. For those people who live in like metropolitan areas, there's a theme where there's like a storefront on the lower level, housing above, something like that. That's very common in China as well, from my understanding. Just makes it more convenient to get to work. But yeah, there's something about that. Okay. Maybe that's something you're entertaining. This could even be something mobile. Who knows? Thank you, Holy Spirit. Blessings, protection, clarity, discernment. We got Cobra and we got Bear. Whoa. Fire and earth. Where you can grow, be inspired, but also thrive. Because bears normally live, forests and where there's plentiful uh, food sources, water sources, shelter options. But bears safe anywhere they go. So I feel like that could be a message also unto itself. I'm going to Wichita. And said an army nation couldn't hold me back. Uh, some of y'all. I'm getting a lot of different energy from that song. Pausing, waiting, the inner teacher. This is Cobra. The Cobra represents a teacher or spiritual guardian. The Cobra hovers and watches, ever present, ever protecting, ever loving. The essence of the Cobra is found deep within us in the form of the inner teacher. Very much given hermit energy for some, and manifest externally in those special guides who've led us along our path. What would it feel like to be a student again? What are you ready to learn? Remember that old saying, when the student is ready, the teacher appears? That's a reoccurring theme lately. It says, when in balance, a student of life, humble and wise. That's so funny. I literally just said to someone the other day, I feel like I'm an eternal student, ever learning, because there's just so much to learn, and not even a fact of knowing, because I personally feel like knowing is very different than learning, but that's because of the clairs. If you know, you know. Okay. When out of balance, know it all, egocentric. Exactly. And it, all right, hold on. To bring into balance, taking a class, study, learn something new. Hmm. Because no one should want to come across as a know it all. Interesting. So that's confirmation. I was getting when I was reading the last bit right before I started that for me personally, right, in real time, just as it's registering as both the person speaking, but also ever part of the collective. There was a moment where I guess my higher self felt in the presence of the person I was speaking to, the necessity of distinguishing the difference. And the reality is, we're very different people. And whereas I enjoy learning in the randomness and the everything and the nothing, they're not quite, not even quite, completely different. Where they're watching, observing, but learning is not the tool I would say is being invoked. Perception. Anyway, and so if you find yourself in the presence of someone, and I think all encounters should be in the mind, in the flow of teacher, student, student, teacher, because we're never too young nor old to be taught or to teach. There used to be a show before Bill Cosby got into trouble called Kids Say the Darndest Things. And it's exactly that. We're never too old to learn from the youth, and we're never too young to learn from our elders and everything in between. We keep reminding people in the spiritual community that Earth is a school. We are spirits having a human experience. And so, as much as everything is spiritual, right? We're all here for different roles, different purposes. We're all cogs and sprockets in the grand wheel. So, that's cool. But this is referring to the inner, right? But it's very much reminding me as above, so below, so within, so without. I know, broken record, but some people need to hear it at interval. Be on the lookout for teachers and guides in your everyday reality to help you confirm some of those inner lessons, the way in which you've been, in air quotes, as we come along to Mother's Day, reparenting yourself, loving yourself, nurturing yourself, indulging yourself in high vibrational things. Okay. All right. So, front, yeah. Let's look at the bear. Waking from spiritual slumber, beginning anew. After a long winter, the bear arises from deep slumber. At first, the movement and effort are difficult, but the bear knows it's time to awaken and move toward the dawning light. The bear card represents an individual on the cusp of new directions and personal transformation. The initial weeks and months of the spiritual quest may feel tricky, cumbersome, and full of obstacles, but you have no choice. Bear, winter wanes, the warmth of spring emerges, and your transformation begins. When in balance, inner strength, yearning to grow, right, very much correlates to the Cobra energy about inner lessons, but them not just being internal, manifesting externally. Okay. When out of balance, withdrawal, lethargy, heaviness. To bring into balance movement and exercise. Right. It is spring. You should want to get outside and go and move and da 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 da. You know, you got to shake it off. Winter was a lot, especially from a political, uh, societal, social perspective, right? It's been a lot worldwide. People are tired. And as much as spring is so welcome with the longer hours of daylight, the warmth of the sun, it's just, people are moving with much more intention and caution. But I don't know if that's relative because we have Cobra and Bear energy. You good. Don't move in scarcity. I totally get I co-sign that. Co-sign that. Okay. Let's look at what's oh look. Oh. Spirit like, come on, child. Come on outside and play. Look. Some of y'all like, I'm really good in the house, and they like, no, come outside. You need sunlight, especially if your ass in bed, being all depressed and shit. You better get up, get dressed, throw that shit on, make yourself feel good. It's not about money. Take a little time, take a little effort. The energy's changing anyway. There's some strange oh, okay, when is it? When is it? When is it? Okay, so the full moon is Monday and it's in Scorpio. So that really is playing some influence. Don't tie everything to finances. You have everything you need right inside the crib. Quit playing, get creative, stop being lazy. Who don't like services, but apparently you got what you need to bring yourself, to an even kill. Right. They need you to do something to raise your vibration that makes you happy, very innocently. But some of y'all, you really like your maintenance, like your beauty maintenance, like you've had to cut back or something like that, and it's fucking with you, then spend the money. Do you understand? Like, you'll make it back, you'll get it back. I'm not necessarily really telling you, I'm telling you what I'm picking up in the cards, the energy. Okay? It's your life, boo. And you ain't ever gonna come at me talking about Auntie Gabby told me that. No, 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 no. I'm reading cards, okay? You have free will, but the way it's coming across, you gotta invest in yourself, especially if that's how you feel. Queen of Swords, Strength, Five of Pentacles. Some of y'all been in the crib, taking care of children. You feeling a little shabby. Ooh, 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 look at this. Wow. Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands, then the Hangman and the Seven of Cups, Magician. It's an optical illusion. There's no scarcity. Look, somebody messing with you. Somebody is genuinely messing with you. World, Eight of Swords. Child, this better not be your person playing with you. You better go. They don't want you to be, that's crazy. So somebody's with someone who's truly jealous and envious of them, and they don't want them to get any attention. And I just don't understand. Like, you want this person, but you don't want other people to want them. It's crazy. They want you tied up in the house with the kids. They want you feeling exactly the way you feel. Yo, if that's your situation, I hate to tell you, you're in a toxic. Write your question and I'll consult my guys and see if they want to answer it. It's just that simple. Make it yes or no, though. And if it's about relationships, sweetheart, I don't know how I feel about it. I don't think it's going to be a yes. I think something sus about it. Something sus about it. Anyway, you know how bears come out of hibernation emaciated from the long winter? Like, you fatten up the bear, they feel good, right? But they come out, the skin's loose, sagging, you know. Somebody could really be considering, like, if you've gone through some sort of drastic weight loss. Um, if you're healthy enough, just going through a change, though. It's a natural sort of ebb and flow. Interesting. The financial question, I'm not seeing that happening today. It's still on hold for whatever reason. And the agency question, yeah, you good. You real good. You're going to surprise yourself. But I'm gonna tell you right now, go slow. Don't burn yourself out. You have nothing to prove. You're welcome. Yeah, don't burn yourself out with the agency, but you're gonna do great. Because the more you do, the more they're gonna demand, and it's not gonna end to your benefit. It ain't like that. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to set firm boundaries, because boy, if you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. Whatever that means to you, you might get in there and realize you don't like it. Seeing that too as a possibility. Okay. Life don't have a funny way of spinning. Dang, that's wild. Cobra energy, I really feel like y'all gonna meet. Oh, you welcome. You gonna meet somebody. I'm getting like a charmer, like somebody, like it's a teacher, right? A guide, but they come in many forms. I'm getting a very quirky personality. Somebody who's not afraid of the hissing and the striking, and they not, this person's intrigued, or vice versa. Like Page of Wands, Four of Swords to the Death card. Like somebody need to be mindful. I see that too. Um, Somebody's a thinker. Like it's almost like Cobra energy. There's somebody who's going to come along, and this person, they going to catch you off guard. Look, High Priestess Star. It's something about the communication. Look, Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords. It's snarky. It's off the cuff, but they your kind of people. It's something like that. You gonna know, cause like on High Priestess Star energy, like that's cuspy energy, Pisces, Aquarian. They're yeah, but this is like it's an alternate side of somebody's persona. Like this person doesn't look like they just quick witted. It's something like that. But look, Four of Wands, Strength card, right? Again, be mindful, because look, there's the devil right behind it. Teachers come in all forms. I keep telling y'all that, okay? Again, there's a flip side to somebody's personality. That could be you, this could be that person. But it's like everybody got a light in the dark. You do. You really do. I saw the Ace of Swords. I feel like you're undervaluing your own intelligence in the situation. I think you're a natural worrier, overthinker. I think you're actually quite inspirational, maybe young in the field, new in the field, but you know your shit. You do. You do. Fear has no place, but fear is your motivator. It always has been. So the more you're afraid of something, the more you dive into it, the more you study, the more you challenge yourself to learn, which always makes you overqualified. So you need to go have a margarita if you're old enough to drink and relax. Like I said. All right. So I don't like self-doubt. I don't. Which wolf you gonna feed? The one that benefits you, or the one that's gonna devour you? That trapped in fear shit ain't helpful. I mean, it's helpful, but it's not. You know what I mean? As long as you keep progressing. But yeah, anyway. Yeah. Cobra energy. This is gonna be fun. You might even meet this person at like a park or something like that. Dog, I'm getting dog park. There's some intriguing chemistry. Yeah. Again, teachers come in there all shapes and forms, okay? High Priestess Star. I do feel like this is going to be a strong indicator. Are you going to strike? Are you going to hiss? You going to spit? You going to retreat? What you going to do? Or you going to fight? Okay? It's definitely one of those. Cobra energy. I feel like you about to get challenged on some of this inner work you've been doing. Yeah, baby. Like, have you really changed? Have you really gone with it? Are you still running from conflict, or you gonna, ooh, yeah, it's something about this full moon, Cobra energy. You gonna get challenged with, but it's neat. You gonna, I really do feel like this is you. You really about to like flip the script. Like, whereas you might have before been quiet, a little bit more reserved. You might have just been like, I ain't got time for this. But you've been running from some childhood wounds. And I feel like enough is enough is enough is enough. And you like, actually, I do have something to add. Some of you, this could be a family thing. Yowza. Okay. Situations vary for everybody. Yo. Somebody thought you would never leave. Cobra energy. I'm talking to a female. Yeah, your husband been doing what they've been doing, and you've been letting them for whatever reason, but you like, enough is enough is enough is enough. You got them papers for him, huh? You ready. You like 10 of wands. You tired, boss. Moon, you going surprise. You gonna hit him on the full moon. What's that? Yeah, you gonna hit him on Monday. And hit him upstyle. Oh. Oh. Shit. Hold on. It's the full flower moon. Okay. Oh, that's funny. Yo, this shit, they so funny. World for Pentacles. Yo, somebody really, I want to get into Bear, I do, but the Cobra, I guess you need this. Um, we are in the snake year. So I think it's very funny because it's like somebody really thought you would never. They thought they had you right where they needed you, right? That you was too heavily invested, that, all the assets was tied up, that you really didn't have no choice in the matter because, life's good for the most part, right? But that 10 of wands, boss, you like, I'm tired. I really am. And it's been a long time coming. But when I tell you somebody out, 5 of pentacles, they've been staying in this relationship because of a child. I don't know if there's more than one, but I don't think so. Because this person who they're married to is that's been acting like the king of wands, King Dingalinga with the 8 of wands, been out there, boop, 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 boop. But somebody, I don't know if you got a lawyer, but here come this tower with this full moon, by the way, 6 of pentacles. See, they've been holding on. Somebody, I guess, been slowly hiding assets, pulling them away because somebody really, really, really controlling. And I even feel like the child has contributed to getting away. Damn, that says a lot about the father. Look, here come the fool. Surprise. Look, they didn't realize, oh, you did. Either you've been studying, or you got somebody in the family. But either way, there's a oh, yep, 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 look, Two of Swords. This person gonna feel blindsided. I think you really have, ma'am, been working on your legal degree or something like that. Had no idea. Look. King of Swords, right? Queen and King. That's a divorce. There's some paperwork. You about to get blindsided. Oh, I'm so hurt. Whatever. You're an asshole. Look, Empress. Look, I do feel like there's been an investigation into this man's philandering. That's what it is. Ten of Pentacles, right? She about to get her ass as this investigator, or vice versa. Whoever's been hiding money, whoever's been doing it, feel like it's a masculine energy, or it's just, I'm moving like a boss energy. Nine of Wands. Look, somebody's had enough. We saw the Ten of Wands, now the Nine of Wands. Somebody, and not to mention, I feel like somebody has not been being intimate. And there's documentation of it. Look, you got the King of Cups, Two of Cups, right? Ten of Cups, Three of Pentacles, right? There's people in, outside the marriage. Three of Pentacles, Five of Wands. There is a strong case. Knight of Swords to the Strength, Ace of Swords about this person's Seven of Cups, right? The only thing that's delayed this person from walking away, it's not really the assets, although they are definitely entitled to it. It's the children or the child. But this person is now old enough and the opportunity has arisen. Somebody out. There even could be another outside child. Yeah. See? Temperance, Devil, Three of Cups, Emperor, Ten of Swords, Five of Swords, Three of Swords. I feel like she just beat him to the punch with the Four of Cups. I'm sorry, the Five of Cups to the Justice. Yeah. I feel like this female is getting away in the nick of time because they were going to sneak away anyway when this person had this baby on his outside. Oh, yeah, this is great. Whoever these people are, by the way, they are they're known in their community. How about that? Okay, that's so funny. Yeah, somebody waiting. They've been waiting. They gonna beg and say, if you don't know not enough, if you don't know enough not to have a baby on your wife, you simple. Yeah, this full moon about to bring in massive changes. Just saw the moon to the world card. Yeah, there. Oh, oh, look. I feel like it's undue influence. Like, it's not your fault if you're having trouble getting out the house. I do feel like there is some influence to the transits, but you know what I mean? I feel like there's other energies influencing any sort of the Queen of Cups is here. She's not depressed. She's not in inverse or nothing like that. But this energy here is being amplified by the oncoming full moon. Right. This homebody energy, Four of Wands. Right. But again, it's this. It's something else. It's not. See, look, sun and moon. It's going to shift. Something's being illuminated. It's something about the energies where you live. They're heavy. You could be surrounded by a lot of people with black mindsets. You know what I mean? Right. Like somebody really is trying to interfere with this Queen of Cups energy. Ten of Wands moon. Right. There's Temperance with the Seven of Wands. Somebody doesn't want you out and about. Yeah. Spreading your joy and your sunshine. It's okay. We breaking through this. There's a supercharge of energy. It could be a masculine that's really doing the fucking most. Some of y'all is somebody who wants to either be in your life. Because the bear, right? Springtime come around and all of a sudden male bears start like they start breeding. She ain't even got a chance to, you know, rebound from the isolation. And if there's cubs, right, they be trying to get rid of the cubs so they can breed again. It take a couple years to wean and teach bear cubs how to survive. But, you know, it's something like that too. It's, somebody wants you barefoot and pregnant in the house. Yeah. They don't want you popping out because, man, you dynamic, baby. You are. You know, shedding light on this stuff actually helps dissipate. Very much so. Yo, you be on that. Who's that lady? Nine of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Empress. Look, King of Pentacles is right there. Yeah. Not to mention, it almost feels like these energies are connected, the Cobra and the Bear. Like somebody don't want you outside because you're gonna catch them outside. Straight up. Straight up. They don't want you seeing Two of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. They don't want you seeing what they doing out there. Because somebody out there doing the most behind your back while you at home. Yeah, there's a lot that you don't know. There's a lot this person keeping from you. They talk about, oh, we ain't got the money. Yes, y'all do. They out there living single. Look, Queen of Wands. See? Four of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. They holding down a whole nother chick. Look, Ten of Wands. Look how you got it behind his back. He holding down this Queen of Wands. Wow. Look, Death card. It's not going to change. I'm telling you now. And there's a Nine of Wands. You keep trying to ignore this shit. Look, hello. You keep trying to ignore it. You keep trying to fight it. And they like, you've been told to dead it. This person is using some form of emotional control, mental manipulation on you. Every time you try to leave, they get to crying and bleed. Bleeding. I hope this person doesn't do any sort of self-harm. Again, that's manipulation, sweetheart. That is absolute manipulation. If they threaten and that is manipulation. That is an abusive situation. You need to get out of there. I do. I feel like this person might threaten because look how the death card came out to the Nine of Wands. Like it's like you traumatized. Y'all been together for a minute too. This is crazy. But they outside. You're like, you better fight for your existence. You could even be very well pregnant right now. Yeah, look, the devil. This person is out there cavorting. I feel like you could even be married to this person. Four of Wands. Look, there's the Emperor Tower. He's not acting like a fucking boss. He's acting like a clown. He's acting like a fool. Keeping this is it. I'm telling you, this is the emotional manipulation. Keep you all worried and stressed out and child. They could be even hiding another. I'm getting that for both these energies, like a whole outside child. It's more than just cheating. Somebody lying to you about a whole child. Ugh. This is gonna come to light. Your intuition already telling you, like you having dreams and shit. Your spirit, like if you just go outside, and walk around the community, ma'am, I know what I'm talking about. Just go outside, follow your guts. Yeah, like follow your gut. Go outside. Listen to that little birdie. Follow the butterflies, whatever it is, whatever your signs are. Look, Knight of Wands, Ten of Wands. You gonna catch this bull. Straight up, you gonna catch him. He out there lying, talking about, oh, he ain't married. Y'all just dating and shit. You know, you trying to tie him down and you want to get married, all this shit. I mean, lying. Absolutely. Literally lying people talk about y'all not married. Y'all married? Yes, you are. When I tell you they reckless, they reckless. Oh. Got a whole nother situation. Sweetheart, whole nother situation. Whole nother house, whole nother car, whole nother everything. Yo, you're going to run smack into her. Or shit them. And watch this motherfucker try to come up with a lie. Nine of Swords, Page of... stutter talking. Baby, I'm Chariot, watch. Magician. Ten of Swords, Two of Swords. King of Pentacles. Oh, but he always at work, right? Always at work. But you can't ever come to the job. I told you, it's a whole nother situation. This person, I feel like they're polygamous. Like, he might literally be married to two different women in the same... But you put up somewhere. Look, Nine of Cups, Three of Swords, Hierophant. Yo. Don't feel bad. You going... I mean, it could even be a tracker. You could even put a tracker. And, you know, he going to lead you right to his other crib. Right to his whole other family. All right, Holy Spirit, can we get some other energies, please? You anticipated that this person... Hold on. You did. You anticipated that this person might have been out there doing some other shit, right? Or you knew, but you didn't know to that depth. You about to get some blinding clarity. All right, let me put them back because y'all doing a lot of chatting. Yo, I'm a soul man. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Interesting. Wow. Congratulations. Sir, congratulations, truly, because you are so in alignment. It's beautiful. Like the amount of healing that you have done, the levels, like you deserve recognition and acknowledgement for this tier, for how deep you went into healing yourself, into loving yourself, into healing those wounds. The type of spiritual recovery that you have made. Out of all the choices, right? It's so funny because it's like it wasn't even like a hard choice. It's like obvious to a degree. Look, this is on the bottom. I'm going to pick them back up. Wow. The Seven of Cups almost in the block position, right? Lovers, Eight of Cups, Justice, Hierophant, and there's a Nine of Cups. I feel like somebody, maybe unbeknownst to them, right? I was getting that when they came out, but I wanted to wait. Because I see multiple people here. And it's like there's someone who wants to give you some sort of recognition. This is, the recognition goes to a person this man encountered on their path along their journey who planted a seed unbeknownst to them. They saw them. They saw the hurt, the pain. They saw the need for healing and this refusal energy. They saw past their blockades. They challenged this person in such a way, right? In a way that never happened, a perspective change. Ten of Swords. But it stirred something in them, Queen of Wands, to make them take action on this journey. Because love is a very Venusian thing. It can be masculine or feminine, but to pour into thyself, right, the vessel. That's very feminine. Showed this person that they were holding on to this Five of Pentacles mentality. It's like you started the path for this person in some way. Fool. Started the spiritual awakening process. You helped to free them from their own mental entrapment. Eight of Swords to the Knight of Wands. Right. They owe you, they feel a great deal of admiration, love, and respect, King of Cups, towards you. And I really do feel like something that they learned, they gained, that you inspired, helped this man to grow and achieve high levels in business. And I'll tell you why I say that. Ten of Pentacles to the Knight of Pentacles. This acknowledgement, this thank you, this tangible thing, there's a real communication, right? It feels like it's certified because it's a large amount of money. It's a thank you. It's a token of appreciation. And I feel like it's certified. Like a certified check, certified mail, something like that. Could even be through personal courier. Hand delivered for some. Right, Temperance, Four of Swords to the Death. You truly help this person begin their spiritual awakening, balance their energies, seek, like it is deep what you did. Justice, Hierophant. It really is giving a very spiritual type of twin flame, but mainly a fifth dimensional and a passing three-dimensional. It's really reminding me of Saint Justine, no, Saint Justina and Saint Cyprian on very different paths, but she saved his soul. She brought him to Christ. So it's something like that, this sort of shift. Right, Page of Cups, Two of Cups, Hermit. Like I said, it's a very spiritual soulmate connection, brief passing in life, always connected in the higher realms. There is it's funny because there's a sense of telepathy between the two of you. This person longs to work with you again. They don't want it to be temporary. Interesting. Okay. Because there is a soul contract here. Like, like this person doesn't want, and it's funny because I guess the briefness comes down to personal choice, right? So if this person would have kept going, meaning this made man, out into the world, if you will. They could have chose someone else, but they've actually turned their back on all of these other options, all of these other choices. Now they've placed themselves in divine alignment and accepting this beautiful spiritual contract that exists between the two of you, and this like realization of wish fulfillment. Justice, Hierophant, Nine of Cups. Seriously, this is a true pair. Yes, the High Priestess can be technically tied to the Hierophant, but truly it is justice in the Hierophant. Do some research if you would like to. It's there. I really will say this person pled their case before the divine pertaining to you, feminine energy. Yeah. A lot of healing. Self-love made this man. I like that's how that reads to me. Because we can all be children, right? Very immature. But the love that they poured into themselves, right, is what stirred and inspired this shift into this maturation. And I mean that Two of Cups hermit. But you truly are a guiding light to this person. Steadfast. Because it feels like feminine energy because justice is feminine. You're more spiritually advanced in a way. Yeah, I see why. The life of treachery. And so you know, you arrived at your self-love journey a little sooner. You know what I mean? Okay. How y'all doing? Recalling your power, reclaiming what's rightfully yours. I know that's right. Yo, generational wealth is on the bottom of the deck, baby. I know that's right. I believe in miracles. Don't be funny. Because y'all need a good shuffle. Go away, devil. Dark ass high priestess. King of Pentacles in reverse. Listen, there's a dark ass Masonic leader who's trying to pull your energy back. Or some of y'all, it's a baby daddy who you don't fuck with and is trying to mess with you, trying to pull on your energy. Right, because you know, you abundant. Recall your power. But what's yours is yours. Right. Keep trying to get past your defenses, your barriers. They keep doing little things to work on you. Oh, that's confirmation for what I was thinking. Whoever this person is, they're going to wake up feeling like they got into a fight. Scratches and claw marks. Yeah, it ain't a demon. This is a jaguar spirit, panther spirit, the energy of Basset. About to fuck somebody up. You know, it's Mother's Day, right? We coming up on it, right? And let me tell you something. Do your research on Basset. She, you know, throughout antiquity, she was shifted around from fierce to house cat. You know what I mean? Sekhmet, they were, split from one, all that. That being said, she protects dwellings, mothers, children. Okay? Yeah, somebody, look, 4 swords to the 7 of wands. Somebody gonna wake up from their sleep feeling like they had to fight, had to defend themselves, because they did. Whoever this dark practitioner is that keep trying to mess with you or your dark ass baby daddy who you don't want no more, because they a liar. Because they like to give and receive sexually with other people. Yeah, they think because y'all got a kid together, you got their seed, they could just call you. Tell them no. Don't be surprised if this person try to slide on through talking about baby please, baby please, baby please. They've taken a risk. I'm telling you now. Wheel of Fortune, 9 of Wands, and there's the Strength card. That lioness energy, feline, Lyran, child, especially to y'all who honor and work with these feline beings. Ooh, especially for those of you who got a happy house cat. Ooh, your baby love you. You can put the question. I'll consult my guys and see if they want to answer. Yeah. Mm. Actually, that looks kind of fun to answer. Which is better for him? USA or Canada? Point. Point. Canada. Yeah. Is that the place that's best suited for them? Canada? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's so funny. She doesn't want you to leave her alone right now. If this is her first brood, don't leave her alone. She needs your support. She don't like when you leave the house right now. That's so funny. Just looking at what's out here. She really don't know what to do with these. But she needs you. She wants you there. You her mama, and she needs you for support. She does. She needs you for support. Yeah. She wants you to watch over them. She's nervous. You got to tell her she's doing a good job. Hmm. Yeah, you are. You are. You don't. Cause she not really. Oh, you're welcome. You asked if which was the better choice. Canada is the better choice for you to pursue your degree, from what I'm seeing. I just use the pendulum and the mat, make it cut and dry. Yeah, because right now, I'm sorry, I gotta finish the met about the cat. Yeah, she's nervous. Something gonna get her. Like, so she needs to be able to eat and she needs to be able to do things, and she's not gonna leave the kittens unless you stay with the kittens. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I love all of God's creatures, large and small. Truly, I do. Here's the thing: the whole Canada thing. It gives you flexibility to move around because you could always like visit the U.S. You know what I mean? There's just more flexibility in that way because there's some delays and shit like that you may not see coming. And so if you stuck in a place, it might kind of be better to be there. Are you looking like I don't know why I'm getting like British Columbia. I'm getting like the West Coast. Yeah, it offers more freedom. Bachelor of Science in what? Hold on. Oh, I assumed. Listen to me. I said Bachelor of Science. Have you like? Is it science? Like, what is it? Interesting. Are you sure you want to? Yeah, you sure you want to stop? Hmm. I feel like it's gonna be a little harder than you're thinking to be away from your family. Hmm. This shit funny because I'm looking at this like this little frog and this cat like fuck around if you want to. You feeling froggy? I'm ready. Like spiritually speaking, I would leave you alone. I would leave you alone because your spirit, your higher, they ready. They waiting for this person to make this little leap. Like they watching. Just what? You vibing high and shit too. Ooh. All right. So yeah, I would stay back. But also, this is serious. Like they want you to recall your power and mean that shit because there is somebody trying to hold on to it. They might even have something of yours. You know what I mean? Tangible that makes them feel like they can play in your energy with the sun right there. There's somebody at a distance from you. I'm seeing also like this person keeps an eye on you, like your energy levels, your stress levels. Like they clocking you spiritually speaking to see if the shit they doing is having any impact on your overall energy. They're doing work on your solar plexus, is what I'm getting. Right. Because it's supposed to do something to your abundance and your ability to manifest. It's some sort of energy transfer or share. This is what they're holding on to. So they want you to call back your power. I know I call mine back. If you come for it, I'm telling you, you're gonna get violently ill. I'm not. I don't fuck around like that. It's on deck. It's on. Stay out my energy, and nothing bad will happen to you. And I ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm just telling you, like I know. Don't do it. It's not a threat. It is a certainty. You understand? You will get violently fucking ill. You will experience spiritual psychosis. Stay the fuck out my energy. And I have zero, no, I don't care because you have no business prying and spying and reading. Get your fucking filthy energetic cords out of my energy. Okay? Okay. And that's how you got to be about other people too. Like, for real, get grimy about it because they really overstepping. They going to fucking regret it trying to do this shit. Just saying. Just saying. You got to talk to them like that. Emotion is required. It's a reason. If you're triggered, question why. Maybe, maybe you're supposed to learn something from it. It's not working. Look, see, told you they watching. Page of Swords, Queen of Swords, Eight of Swords, Six of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. See, they trying to slow you down, tamp you, block you. Like, give it to me. No, you can't have. Oh no, you can't have it. Hmm. Trying to take. Look at that. Trying to see if you don't feel good. See if you tired. If you lethargic. That shit got blocked. You know why? Because you don't give it access. It's a choice. Remember that. To let them in, all of that, that's a choice. You protect it. It's blocked. That's your choice. Look, see? Five of Wands, devil. What I say? If you do this shit, you will get sick. Eight of Pentacles. Told you they trying to work. Three of Swords. I'm not even joking. It's going to be very upsetting what comes for you. It's all fun and games to yes. End up in the hospital with some shit you don't know where it came from, and their doctors is confused and shit, and you feel like you're on an episode of House. Okay, keep playing. But that's what they doing. So keep recalling your power, stand in your power. Somebody gonna wake up looking like they got mauled. I'm not even joking. That shit gonna be crazy. They're gonna be like, you got a cat? No. They be like, look at your nails. Did you do that to yourself? This could even be like an allergic reaction or something. I don't know. This is weird. It's psychosomatic though. I tell you that. Nine of Wands to the Four of Swords. Like I said, spiritual psychosis. Look, it's the energy though, right? Don't start none. Won't be none. Static. Yo, I be bugging in this genre. That shit fun though. They so inspirational. They on deck. Like I said, they're gonna try some dumb shit with this full moon. They probably already at it because it's Friday, and they like to take a couple days before the actual apex energy and all that dumb shit. It just depends if they trying to track or take away, you know, with they trying to give you some shit or take some shit. They probably working both angles of the fucking moon. I'd be like, you need to knock it off and lock it down somewhere, like in a padded room. That's okay. When I say they in double Dutch formation, ready. Ready. Man, go ahead with it. Go ahead with it. Look, Four of Swords, Five of Swords, Six of Swords. All right. You. Yeah. Do y'all know where that's from? Harlem Nights. Remember they was talking about the boxing match? You fitting to be a you I'm gonna watch. Let me stop, yo, because that fucking movie's one of my favorites. Anyway, I said, look, you about to be rich. Not that you're not already, but even more abundant in spirit. Yo, the big payback. Oh, this shit funny. Yeah, it's definitely this full moon in Scorpio. They gonna try it. Look, you been warned now. I told you. World, King, Queen of Cups. So there's a couple, could be, you know, just people working together. Don't necessarily, they could be siblings, you know, family members. It don't matter, but they working together to do this full moon ritual. And I'm telling you, we already know Ace of Swords Judgment. We blowing the whistle on this shit. Three of Wands, they ready. They watching, they waiting, they ready. It's already going to backfire. I'm telling you now, it's going to get really fucking ugly. Like Bubba Sparks, dirty, getting ugly in there. Yeah, man. Okay? So, yeah. So if you feel a supercharge in your energy, that's because it's all coming back to you now. Yo, they playing with the song references. I don't know if your name's Celine or if your name Dion. Either way, baby, they got you. They could be fraternal twins, too. And we about, anyway. They could be fraternal twins. Yeah, I hope I am delivering this message. Something need to rattle your ass. You think people don't? Yeah, look, I really do feel like they could very well be fraternal twins. And the girl's like a couple minutes older. But it don't matter. It really don't matter. My nose is itching. Wow. Kimosabi. Are they the same size cards? Oh, shit. I probably got one in there. How y'all doing? Are y'all following the goings on? You know, the new Pope. I gotta redo that reading. I gotta download as I was in bed last night about that, and I was like, oh, because they flashed the Seven of Pentacles and the Three of Cups again, and they were saying nah, they gonna wait until after the Jubilee year. So you know, the optimism in me wants to go along with the first, but I don't know. I don't know. Frenemy is not a card you want to see ever, especially when you're talking about the papacy. Just saying. Loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. Careful who you're loyal to. No, I'm serious. Ooh, lovers and loyalty. That's fine. Hey. All right, so I don't know if how long you've been with this person, collective. For the, of course, you would have to be with someone for this to resonate. But you're questioning if this person's in it for the long haul, if this person is there for the passion, the lust. Is it boom and bust? I'm not getting that. I'm seeing strength. I feel like go slow, enjoy the ride, love the process, but don't put the cart before the horse. Break free from any sort of chains of the past, any old experiences. They're lessons, but that person is not a part of those lessons. Okay? It's a different kind of love that you're experiencing with this person. Very much so. It's a very healing love, one that is unrestricted, one that is in awareness and alignment with the divine about the reciprocity of genuine love, it being a verb. Right. Y'all are genuinely bonding, and I love that. And I just feel like you're thinking about the old instead of the new, and where you both are, because there's self-respect, self-love, and so you're capable of showing it one to another, and you need to enjoy this wellspring of love and abundance, because this person is trustworthy, they are worthy of friendship, and vice versa. They genuinely have your best interests at heart. It is a true caring connection. This is your person. 144 divine union, but take it easy. You both are in this diamond in the rough energy where you feel fortunate to have found one another, to be getting better together in a non-codependent way. Someone to experience this healing journey with. Teamwork. This is a partner. This is a lover. This is a friend. This is your total package in each other. Okay? This is not about placing one above the other. No, this is about being equally yoked. Okay? I really do like this energy for whomever this is for, but I want you to put your mind at ease, because your mind, your thoughts is the make or break in the situation. Don't give away your personal power. Going back to the last card that was out here, remember, break free of those chains, those generational curses, especially in relationships and romantic connections. Okay? It's very important. Very, very important. Big ass horn, confirmation. I feel like you may even want to talk to someone, high priestess energy, about this, because we go through awakenings over and over and over again on the ascension journey. See, here you go. We're calling your power. This is the person that you're going to establish a great legacy with. God and God is together, your soulmate, but you need to find someone in the therapeutic community, if you will, um, you know, relationship counseling, who is aware of some levels of spirituality. And that way you find a better fit. And that is a thing to check on the questionnaire. Don't just settle, it's important. These past issues come up like it's like a litmus test within. Okay? Put your mind at ease. I'm doing my best to, even though this isn't a personal reading, but you know who you are and you know what you've been ruminating. They're like, yeah, the healing journey, right? You're going through it. Dark night is here. So understand what you're going through. That anxiety is not your person, it is you, and you're projecting. Don't do that, because your person will mirror back to you the bullshit. Okay? This union is protected. There's a lot of spiritual aspects to it, but the two of you need to work through this together. There is no issue. This is a different tier, a different level of your spiritual journey, and it's meant to bring you closer together. Not to cast doubt, not to bring in insecurities. No, it's a check. You need to check yourself. There's nothing wrong in this connection. I'm telling you now. You're just being tested. It's a sucky test. But that is you, boo-boo. Go deeper. Okay? Go deeper. And this is not about retreating from the world. A vacation is not going to fix this. You are going to fix this. By communicating with your partner, writing in your journal, you're going to work this out for yourself. But what you're not, and what you shouldn't do, is accuse of anything. Self-reflect. This person has not shifted their interaction with you. They're not acting shady or none of that. You have a heightened perception at this time and easily triggered. There's some sort of emotional PTSD that you were holding on to from something that happened during this time of year in particular. It's not about the person. There is a muscle memory connected to this time of year, to something that has already occurred. That is where you need to start. I'm sorry, I had to stop and pause. I was like, oh, we really not doing the cards? Okay, I like it. I like it. Wisdom. I like, yeah, here you go. Just take that down. Take that. Okay, what else you got? How long have I been on here? 83. All right, I'm about to get them over here. Ooh, higher consciousness is Akashic. Ooh, did somebody learn too much? I feel like somebody tried to go peeking in your Akashic records and got met with Archangel Michael and immediately regrets it. Let's see. Who's. Oh, look. Okay, so on the one hand, it seems like somebody we'll just say did a meditation, or they had somebody guide them through um, a session inside the Akashic records. There are gurus out there who say they could, put you in a hypnotic state and get you into that space. Anyway, um, but I feel like somebody could have done that and learned that you, high priestess, are their soulmate, their true love. But I'm also seeing missed opportunity and divine intervention. So this person could learn a little too late who you are, and now there's like angelic guardian preventing them from coming towards you. Is what this feels like. Look, yeah, Dark Night of the Soul, and then there's Healer. Look, divine union and karma, anxiety. See, lovers. This is somebody who mistook you for, fly by night instead of wifey. Didn't take you seriously. Yeah, now they have some heartbreak. They broke your heart first. So let me stop. It's not a competition. Ooh, yeah, they definitely they saw something from a past life. 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. Whatever this journey they went on, this spiritual journey, yeah, they were privy to a lifetime that y'all shared together. Yeah, deep, 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 deep. I'm not even kidding. Look, 5 of Cups, and look. Whoever the person is that did this for them as a guide, like a guided meditation into the Akashic records, let me say it that way, because hypnosis and that are slightly different. Right. Look, this person's like, y'all might have been married. It could have found the memory of a marital celebration of a lifetime where you or they were a high priest or high priestess, where it actually worked out, where the love between you actually worked out. You partnered up, you teamed up. I feel like it was heavy. It was a lot that this person learned down, right, in their visit to the Akashic records. I really do feel like they went through maybe 2 or 3 timelines where your souls were connected. Look, Justice, Ace of Cups, Chariot, look, 6 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. I told you, they saw something where things truly worked out. And y'all do. I feel like y'all still do have a great legacy on the planet. You're in different bodies, you know what I mean? Different incarnations, but the legacies that were established from those timelines still exist today. Yeah. Like you guys really did like create something amazing on this world together. See? Page of Cups, 2 of Cups, there's the Page of Wands. See what I mean? Like y'all did. It's a beautiful love. Truly. As I say that, look, a beautiful love. Truly. But Archangel Michael, like, really is standing guard. Like, what you doing, bruh? Okay, now you know what you gonna do. Look. Queen of Swords, 8 of Swords, Hierophant. What you gonna do? Because now what? Now you know, but what you gonna do with it? Right. Yo, the angels ain't playing with this person. What you gonna do with it? Yo, they funny and feisty. Yeah. All right. So you know about your destiny. Good job. But look, there's the Wheel. There's the Lovers. Look, what you gonna do? Okay, cool. What you gonna do? Until you do the work, it's blocked. Seven of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. They're not letting this person near you with this devilish energy. Five of Pentacles to the devil. Yeah. Moon. Anyway, somebody gotta work on their ego. Like big times. This is not a situation where knowing is helping. At least not yet. I see regret, but I see missed opportunity. All right. Yep, they learned. Good job. I don't mean to be cynical, but at a point you just like, what? Okay. So what are they going to do now that they know? I feel like there's a fear of rejection here too, because I see uninterested and rejected immediately. Wow. It's par for the course. I feel like part of them knowing is their karma. This that they have to live with. Yeah, man. This person could be sick in some way, and that's the reason why this divine intervention is there. Because I see dirty offer. Or that's what they could have did to you. Not necessarily some sort of illness, but you know, a dirty trick. And now they're tripping on you, lonely. And you know, they wasn't their authentic self when they were with you. I feel like, and look, they're haunted by you, but if you have some sort of platform, at a minimum, I know they're getting readings because that's what led them to do this Akashic Record past life regression deep dive. And it's like, this is triggered so much. And if you're a reader like myself, this person, like, this is their fake account, right? They feel like it's the only way of gaining access to you. And so sometimes they comment from these fake accounts. But I don't even feel like you get those comments a lot of the time. There's something with Too Busy Winning and wants you back in the algorithm to where they get blocked. Something about the account keeps getting blocked. See, bad karma. Man. Yeah. This person's stuck in some sort of like spiritual purgatory. That's what it feels like. They got to do the work. You don't care. I saw unbothered. You thinking about your next love affair. Like, for real, for real. Somebody's like, I'm open to new love. Wonder what the new guy's going to be like. Yeah, I'm not even joking. See, look, there's rejected yet again, and then love on the brain. As I hear the door slam shut. Wow. That's how y'all feel? Baby, I used to love you. Excuse me. Apologies. Okay. Yeah, look, somebody had all up in the clouds. Look at that. Look at that. All up in the clouds. Reminisce over you, for real. But look, waste of time. Stuck. No changes, limited. There's a level of emotional immaturity. Oh, the makeup artist, spiritual haters back. Oh, sweetheart. Why? Why? Look, spiritual hater dusted off creeping. Oh, oh. That's so funny. Mm, mm, mm. Let's see, what's wrong for this person? If they're dealing with somebody right now, they're going to let that person go. Now knowing what they know about you being their soulmate and all of this, and so if they're kicking it with somebody, they're going to get rid of that person. Not saying you care, but this is about their own personal journey. Right. Check yourself came out in reverse. And so instead of putting you in the middle of a threesome, right? Or this person entertaining, I feel like they're definitely clearing their energy of any and everybody else as they align themselves with the universe, because this energy of knowing they effed up and fulfilling a fantasy and all of this thing, like this person really is quite sick about this. Like they really do feel awful for deceiving you, for not taking you more seriously, and it's just they're going through all the feels, y'all. All the feels. Look at you, Archangel. Just shit, like what? What? Who run it? What? Like, yeah. This person could be renting a room if they cohabitate with somebody by chance, or if they were staying with somebody. Yeah, I know. Already know. Yep, 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 yep. All right, what else is happening for this person? They done with the games. Wow, the sports just came out in reverse. Yeah, they gonna get some help for these emotions and these addictions. They really are turning over a new leaf, because these emotions, child, it's a lot. And if they was doing any sort of substances, they gonna get rid of them, because about destroyed their life. They got some fake friends they've now identified as haters. Yo, this shit about to blow up. This man is not playing. He cleaning house. Okay. What else? Yeah, what I say? Total drama. Yeah, action. They doing all this. They're taking all of this action because they want their family time with you. But I also feel like that is, if there's anybody in their actual bloodline relatives, they ain't about that shit. If they an actual hater, they got to go to. There's a parent in particular for this person. Let me tell you, look, this, I, I seen a video yesterday that this immediately reminded me. This guy walked up on his uncle and asked him if there was anything in life that he ever regretted. Unc said being a hoe. Outright was like, no. And he broke it down. He said, my daddy was a hoe, my uncles was hoes, my cousins was hoes, and he was like, no disrespect, but his mama was a hoe too. That's what he said. You know, she had 5 children by 5 different men. This is what the uncle said. Don't come for me. The video's on YouTube, okay? And he was like, I regret it because I could have had he had a wife, but he lost his wife because he was out there hoeing. And he was like, he still got a lot of love in his heart for her, but he managed them feelings because he know that ship is sailed. He abused her, he misused her. You know, he didn't love her right. And they had a child together. And man, he carried that weight with him every day. That shit flowed out of him like he was waiting. He was just waiting for a place to lighten his soul because of this energy here. And when you grow up in that environment, promiscuous, toxic, and you were taught that that's the way to be, yeah, okay, they getting rid of all of that. They getting rid of all of that. I feel like this is where it's starting. Yeah, look, they feel like they were betrayed. They were lied to. They weren't taught how to be decent. Look, putting them in their place. Child, as I live and breathe. Yo, somebody about to call one of their parents an outright gold digger. Talking about you use men. Look, or women, whatever, marital contract, watching shit go down, then running away. Look, born to shine. It's a lot. All for a lifestyle. No one they effed up, spoiled, money hungry. As I said, like attract like, they were taught to be this way. Right. Yo. I keep seeing private relationship. This man is, because they have emotions for you still. Deep. All the things that they listen. It's so funny because I don't want to hear it just came out in reverse. So now they listening. Now you got the attention. All the things they were trying to like, nah, now they want to, now you're not so crazy. Now you know, that's wild. You told this man or you told this woman that they had a lot of jealous and envious people surrounding them, and they didn't want to hear it. Now they do. This man is sick on how much of the pattern he's been living out. Like father like son, daughter like mother type shit, or son like father. Right, look. This shit like echoing in his head. Like he couldn't disregard it if he wanted to. So I said, if you triggered, ask yourself, why are you triggered? If somebody says something to you and you just can't shake it, why don't you ask yourself why? Why are those words digging into you like seeds into the earth? Why are they taking root in such a way? Why are they sprouted in such a way? Why is that seed germinated in such a way within you? Yo, this motherfucker is like seriously getting motivated. Anyway. I don't want to say that, but I'm going to. This man is tired of having hateful sex, like having sex with people who he really don't like, who she really don't like. They're tired of it. They're seeing the weirdness in it. I'm glad. I'm glad because it's pretty freaking weird. It's really how they were taught. So for those of you who have platforms and this is resonating for, you have an archive of material. This person is literally listening to whatever they have available to them in your archives. This is helping them to get aligned with the universe. Whatever you're putting out, you resonate with this person. Like There's a soul connection between y'all. Not a soul tie, soul connection. Oof, they tried it. They was warned. I see the spiritual attack, and I keep seeing the sickness. Yep, go ahead. That's your business. But they definitely tired of the games. Okay. Is there anything else we need to know about this person? There's accountability happening. There's a level of the personal choices, bad choices is the card that showed that this person has made. But then there's also the energy of attracting, questioning, well, why do I attract? And, and then there's this energy of the soulmate. It's like, well, if all of that's going on, because that's called divine intervention. There's a gap, there's a window, there's an opportunity. But at least they talking. I think you should probably get actual advice and not just be talking to your barber or your nail tech because they're fake friends, okay? I'm not encouraging drinking, but you would be better off getting advice from a bartender. It's really over for the fake people in their life. I see that. Anything else? Yeah, this is what I was getting with the tantric sex. There is this soul thing between the two of you. Oh, there's a recognition that what they felt with you, we're just going to say the spiritual awakening that they had with you during a physical encounter, they were looking for and trying to replicate in others. And that was a terrible choice. Funny enough, this person truly did envy how grounded, how practical, how aligned with your spiritual journey that you are. I also feel like there was the energy of resentment to a degree because you weren't able to be manipulated or controlled. Or maybe they thought you were playing, right? They thought you were joking, but you really meant that shit, defending yourself. And the more they looked, that because they thought you were putting on a show, but you mean that shit. It's not a joke. Like it's a lifestyle with spoiled showing up, and there's already no one to see. I'll be real. This man or woman, I take it as it resonates. They broke this spiritual contract with their choices. It's like they chose to downgrade it to just something passionate and lustful when it really was something extraordinary. That's why it's like this guardian, Archangel Michael, is there. So I don't know if there's a real new beginning coming for this person. I see that little spiritual tech they keep trying. Child, I feel so bad for your family and how they gonna have to take care of your ass for being stupid. What a pity. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it here. I hope everyone enjoyed this reading. I hope it helped you in some way. Uh, yeah, follow, like, share, subscribe, all that good shit. We'll do this again really, really soon. And stay protected, stay happy, stay in divine alignment. Love you guys. Bye.